Right, we're here in Vibes and Scribes at Bridge Street in Cork, and we're going to show you the basic steps to get you started with crochet. Okay, the next stitch we're going to learn is the double crochet, and it's 1 stitch tall. So we work a turning chain at the start of the row and we turn it around before we actually pick up the stitch to create a double crochet. Now we start in the same way as a slip stitch by creating a new loop, but then we hold it on the hook while we then yarn over and finish the stitch with another slip knot, another stitch. That's a bit awkward. Again, you go into the stitch with your hook as normal and create a new loop. Make sure you put plenty of air around your hook, you don't want them too tight, and then work it off the 2 loops together with the next yarn over. You do that. Very awkward with the slip stitch being so shallow. Mommy. To go through this slowly, we're going to pick up a loop and bring through a new loop from the working yarn, and then we use the working yarn to create a last loop and finish the 2 off together. What you need to be able to see is 2 threads looking like fingers grabbing the loop below. That's a double crochet. And just finish the row over here. There we go. And again, because this stitch is 1 stitch tall, you do a turning chain at the end of the row, and in order to make sure that crochet work is kept straight, we use stitch markers to denote which is the turning chain. That's going to be our flag for the start and end of the row. Then you turn your work. Now, because that turning chain is already in place, you don't actually work this first stitch here, because that's how you would add stitches to the stitch count that you don't need. We work into the second stitch and we make sure we pick up both sides of the loop, front and back. This is the traditional flat crochet. It creates a fabric that is the same on both sides. There's no ridging or texture. And as you work along, the work will grow by 1 stitch tall, and it's equivalent to about 2 or 3 rows of knitting. When you come to the last stitch of the row, all you need to do is check you've got the same number you started with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one you don't count because it's the turning chain. It's not counted at the beginning of the row. You need to know that you haven't picked up the turning chain, which is the last stitch of the row every time. That's your 10th stitch. Again, you work a turning chain to go up to the next row, and you place another stitch marker in this end, picking up both the front and the back loop of the chain, and turn it out before you turn the work to begin the next row.